Welcome to My Lupus Living Room, the podcast where not so famous guests speak with us about lupus. And I'm really excited today about my guest. She came all the way from Toledo. She's very excited to be with us, as we are excited to have her. Her name is Rachelle. Rachelle. And she's just so enthusiastic about lupus. And I'm so exhausted from doing the lupus helping in the lupus walk, unloading the trucks, loading trucks, and she brings all this fresh energy, and she has lupus, and I want to know if she's bottling the energy and if I could have some. So welcome to My Lupus Living Room. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
You know,
Thank
those
you.
birthdays are
Thank
really
you.
special for us Lupians because, you know, I was told many years ago, actually when I was 27, that life was going to be short for me. And I waited around to die, and here I am 70. Okay? But every time a birthday came, it was a celebration. So you are the purple queen.
Yes.
Purple hair,
Yes.
purple shoes, purple leotard, purple shirt, eyelashes, and the whole getup. You're gorgeous.
Thank you.
Now
Thank you.
we want to
Thank
know
you.
your story. Okay?
What's my story?
How'd we get here? How'd you come to this office today? How long have you had lupus? We're going to keep going here.
Oh, gosh, it's a lot. That's a lot. I got a mouthful on that. Well, you know, how did I get to this office? I got to this office because I started making a lot of noise about lupus. People in Toledo, they were being a little quiet, and too quiet for me. I was diagnosed like in my early 30s. As today, I celebrate being 52.
Thank God. Praise
Yes,
God for you.
yes. So, as I celebrate 52 years of living or around the sun, now that they say, they don't say birthdays, they say born days. You know, this is your born day.
Around the sun.
Yeah,
Born day.
around the sun. So, at 30, no, actually, it was my 40th. It was my 40th birthday. I decided, because no one was really talking about it, you know, what's going on. But maybe they wasn't talking about it in the African American community. So I wanted to make some noise. And around my 40th birthday, I decided to raise money for lupus. So that's what got me excited today to come and do this podcast with you, because it's again on my birthday and we're talking about lupus. So on my 40th birthday, because I'm a male lady, that's another thing. You know, something with my lupus that I'm not supposed to be in the sun. And I started asking my customers, I got some candy and it moved around in my mouth. I'm trying to keep it back and it keeps moving around. So I'm sorry. I asked my customers, because I don't deliver mail in a real wealthy neighborhood. So I was asking them for just 40 cents to celebrate my 40th birthday. I was able to raise $500.
Wow.
So I was like, hey,
Kind of like the March of Dimes when they would go around. I may be showing my age now.
That's
But
okay.
years ago, the March of Dimes used to collect dimes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, good idea.
So my 41st birthday, it didn't go as well, you know. And people, I guess, they like, okay, she gonna do this every year, and I keep giving up. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll just wait to the big numbers. So 45th came up, and I had a party in the basement of El Camino's. It's a Mexican restaurant, and I was able to raise $1,500. Just asking 45 cents. So here comes the big 50. And I really wanted to do something different. And guess what? Something different did happen. A pandemic. Oh my God, a pandemic.
Certainly not a laughing matter, but certainly interruptive of our lives.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Something different happened. And it was a pandemic. So I had to be creative on how, because it was a big number and I have to do something to celebrate lupus on this big number. So I said, well, this new thing is that we don't just celebrate our birthdays just on that day. Some of our lives, well, I feel my life is so important that I feel that it must be celebrated throughout the whole year. So in 2020, I decided to celebrate my birthday the whole year. So when May came around, I got on Facebook and I asked people. I was like, "Would you come to Ottawa Park and just take a walk with me?" And people started saying, "Yeah, yeah, I'll take a walk. I'll take a walk." And I was like, "Okay." Well, this is a part of my 50th birthday. So I'm just asking for 50 cent, donations and stuff like that. I said, because, my birthday was really in September and, we were really still deep into the pandemic. So let's do this. So just in 16 days, oh my God, 16 days, I got media coverage from Channel 11. I got coverage from one of the local newspapers. There's Toledo Journal is an African American newspaper. I had got coverage from that, and oh my God, I didn't have like 5 or 10 walkers. I had at least 75 walkers.
Good for you.
Yes.
Good for you.
Yes.
Good for you. The power of one.
The power.
The power of one.
The power.
The first walked in Lupus Now was actually in a park not far from here. And we have a young lady named Leslie. She started off as a vocational student. I think you met Leslie. She's the nurse that we have on staff here.
Yeah.
We went to the board, said, we want to do a walk. And they went, oh, there's not enough of you. And we didn't get much attention from it. And I said, honest, we're going to pray. We're going to get 100 people. And we worked real hard, real hard. We got 99 people and a dog. And to this day, we count the dogs. So our first walk here at the chapter was 99 people and a dog. So we made 100. So the power of a small group or an individual is huge, because look where it brought us today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And a lot of people was like, I didn't know nothing about lupus until you started talking about it.
Sure.
Matter of fact, they was like, I didn't even know you had lupus because you don't act like you have lupus. They was like, because first of all, you're a male lady. You're in the sun all day long.
Are you walking your route, or do you have
I
these
am
cute cars?
walking.
You're walking. Oh, Lord.
I am walking.
It's a struggle.
So that is meaning that, there are some days that I am bad and I might walk because I want to show off my purple hair. I want to walk without a hat. And there are some days I feel that.
So you're not a very good patient.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
That is very typical of many of us.
But you know what? That's what makes me know I'm blessed. And that he has a mission for me. And maybe that mission is to really be a voice for lupus, because of the fact that with this purple hair, and the reason why I wear purple hair is because I have lupus. And that as you look at me today, you're like, okay, she moving around like she ain't got lupus. I actually have discoid lupus. It scars my face. I'm real pretty today because it's my birthday. But that's what the media gave me so many versions of this. They never showed me a lady that has scars on her face. But now I'm starting to see more advertisements with ladies who have scars on their face, who have a different story.
Sure.
Or who have a story to tell.
So let's talk about discoid lupus for a minute, because some people, you are right on the spot. All right. Many people today have at least heard of lupus. The challenge we have is they don't know what it is. They don't know that there's different types of lupus. And because you and I, we look perfectly normal sitting here, they can't see the havoc that's going on inside of our bodies. And because we are very energetic, dynamic individuals, we're exceptions to lupus patients because we push ourselves, probably too hard for our own good. Okay? And probably by you being in the sun all the time, we are our own worst enemies, because the reality is it could make your lupus worse. Okay, But discoid lupus is a different type of lupus that affects the skin, all right? And it affects people of color worse. People of color can lose pigmentation, have deep scars, can lose their hair, can lose the coloring on their arms. And years ago, many people thought it was a form of leprosy. And it could get pretty nasty. And I'm sitting up close and personal to you, so I can look real close. And makeup does a wonderful thing for us. So you
doesn't hide everything.
It doesn't hide everything, but you look beautiful. Okay?
Thank you.
There's so much else about you that radiates. Okay, that no one is looking at your scars. Okay, you just radiate all over, and so no one's looking. They're not looking deep into your face. And I don't know if you know the I don't know if he was an actor or a singer, Seal.
Yes.
Okay, Seal has lupus, and and if those of you that know him, you see the deep scars in his face. So it is an awful disease. It is, and yes, with discoid, you can also have systemic lupus. So you just want to be careful that you don't raise the bar. And the sun is our enemy, so I want you to be careful. And you know what? I got the perfect. Can I get up? I have a perfect gift for you. It may not be
Can you grab
big
those
enough.
newspapers?
Sure. Because this can only go for you.
Oh.
It may not be the right shade of purple that you would like, but there's
it is
a purple
the
hat.
perfect shade
The perfect
of purple.
hat to
Oh
go
my
with
God.
those purple pants.
Oh,
And
yes.
it's glittery.
Yes.
So I'd like to see you in
Yes.
your route. There you go. Oh my. Do you sing too? Doesn't she?
Yes. Just happy birthday.
There's some great newspapers that she was. They caught the editor's attention and were published in the Toledo area. And we're just so excited about the awareness because really, getting back to what I was saying, people don't know what lupus is.
No.
They've heard of it,
No.
but they don't know what it is.
Not at
They
all.
know what juvenile diabetes is. They know what heart disease is. They know what breast is. We must know it.
You must know it.
We must know it.
You must
Yes,
know it.
the minority community, people of color, are impacted much worse than Caucasians.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know why. We really don't. We really don't know what the problem is there, but research is going on, and we need people of color to step up for studies. Because if they don't step up, we won't be able to figure out what's going on. And more research is going on today than ever before. And those dollars, although some people may think they're small, I think they're giant. And if you pull those dollars together, wow, what a difference we can all make. People don't give big dollars to lupus. It's few and far apart. You have a few big donors, but for the most part, you kind of like get kicked to the curb because they don't know what it is. So thank you for the work that you've done, spreading awareness. Now, I want to know, so you were in your 30s when you were diagnosed with lupus.
Exactly.
And you have discoid lupus. It never became systemic lupus throughout your body?
No.
Good, thank goodness.
No.
I'm glad to hear that.
No.
Yeah.
No. And there was nobody that I knew in a direct bloodline that had lupus, so it really scared me. Because my mother and my sister, they went to the library and got me books, and the worst lupus was what I was reading about. And with me being a male lady in my 30s, it was like I just got these jobs. I have 2 kids. My son is, today he's 28, so he knows me without the scars. My daughter, she's 20. All she knows me is mother with the scars. So it's like, oh, wow.
And tell me about the children. Are they empathetic? Are they compassionate with your journey? Were they helpful to you? Do they understand? Supportive? Did I touch a nerve here?
No, you know what? My kids are awesome. You know, because of all those other little parties I was always having, they were always there to support them. And actually, with all the events I had this year, oh my God, my daughter was the only one who attended everything. Yes, you know, I had someone who did.
They are very supportive, which is absolutely wonderful. Some people are traveling this journey by themselves. Could you imagine doing this by yourself? It's terrible. So That's why the Lupus Foundation, one of the reasons we exist is for support. The support we're talking about is emotional support, educational support, navigation with your journey. And remember, we have patient navigators here in the state of Ohio now. If you need help with your journey, or if you have barriers to care, or if you need clarity or understanding, pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. And the source where you get information from is very, very important. And the Lupus Foundation of America is the world's leading source for the latest, most accurate information there is. So we talked about the minority community. What would you want to tell your fellow people of color about lupus? How would you reach them? Because we do a great deal of outreach. We do a lot of, well, before COVID, we did a lot of health fairs or different types of outreach projects, but it's still getting them to understand that getting care right away is very important. Looking for the symptoms is very important. And it's hard going into communities that you're not from to get them to rise. So what would you tell them?
You know what? Honestly, this year I hit a nerve in the black community, or the African American community, whatever community they want to be called, my community, because in this article that I had in this newspaper, it showed other people that were everyday people in the community that they didn't even know had lupus, or they were friends, or I had somebody say, I grew up with such and such mother. I didn't know that's what she had. So it's starting.
They don't talk about it.
They don't talk about it, but they're starting to now that they see that other people, like when I was first diagnosed, I thought I was the only one. And then I started meeting other people. So if we start first getting them to talk about it and know that there are other people, she now knows that she's out here. She now knows that she this year, this lady right here, is her 80th birthday.
Wow.
She's had lupus.
No way.
80th,
Let me see that picture.
80th birthday. 80th.
I'm going to have to call her and see what she's doing to look that good at 80.
And 41 years she's had lupus. This was the first year she was able to get out and talk about it.
You can't see
and
this,
be proud
but she has
of
a
it.
purple cane. She has a purple cane. I've yet to see a purple cane.
Yeah, they came out. But that's what it is. It's going to take somebody like me to say, oh, she got lupus and she carries mail. She does this, she does that. And then maybe we can start implementing some programs.
Well, we have the programs. You just need to get the attendees. Okay?
Yes.
So we don't do a walk in the Toledo area before COVID. We keep going back and forth before COVID because we're trying to find a new us now. All right.
Gotcha.
Everything, we pivoted pretty well through the crisis, but most of our in-person meetings were put on hold, and everybody's life was put on hold. But we did transition to a lot of digital programming, telephonic programs, webinars, calling the patients, calling anybody. So if you have lupus and you want to talk to someone, call at 1-888-NO, N-O, lupus. There's someone here that'll talk to you. There are several staff people here at the foundation who have lupus, and so you're not alone. So we talked before about them or the difference you made, and it brings me back to our logo or the word lupus. There is no I in the word lupus. There's the word us.
Us. It really is.
It really is.
It
so
really
we
is.
have to do it together.
Yes.
We're in it together.
We are in it together.
We're in it together.
Yes.
Well, we're just so excited that it's your birthday. Is there anything else you would share with our audience that perhaps they don't know about living with discoid lupus is about?
You know what? It's about not being afraid to face the public. Without this makeup, I have scars. Scars that sometimes people don't understand that it's lupus that's on my face. At some point in time, people thought it was tattoos. So it took me maybe a little bit to see myself like this and know that I don't always have to wear those scars. Like a day like today when I want to feel beautiful. I want to feel
Well, you
freaking
are.
beautiful my birthday.
You
I
are
can do
beautiful.
that.
You're
I can
beautiful.
do that. And there's days when I feel okay. Like in Lupus Awareness Month, I felt okay to not wear the makeup. Matter of fact, I told when I did get my makeup done, don't do all my face. Just do a little eyes, make me sparkle a little bit. I didn't want the spots covered up. I wanted to show who I really was and to give encouragement to women who do have discoid lupus, that it's okay to have it and be out in the public and have the energy. Have the energy because sometimes we get caught up in reading those books. I didn't get caught up in those books that I was reading to let me know that I was stuck with lupus, that I wasn't going to be able to get up. I wasn't going to be able to carry mail. I was only in my 30s. And at that time, there was even a doctor telling me,
You've been a mail lady for 20 years?
yes,
Wow.
yes,
Wow.
yes.
Good for you.
In the sun.
Well,
In the sun.
I think that's the only thing that continued during COVID. So I thank you. Okay.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. It was the only
Yes.
normal thing going on was the mail.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good for you. Good for you. So what does tomorrow look like for you? What's your vision? Are you going to have another walk next year? Are you going to join us for the walk this year in Cleveland? What do you want to do? You going to have a support group in Toledo? Because we'll get you started over there.
Well, you know what? All of that sounds wonderful. I don't know what direction I really want to go in. I do know I want to continue to bring awareness. There will be another walk. There will, because I got people excited. They was like, oh, can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this? And this year we were able to participate in the African American Festival Parade. And one of the things that they covered was the African American health. And putting lupus in there brought more awareness to lupus. So we will participate in that parade again next year. So we have two parades. We have two events that I know for sure that we're going to put on or be a participant of. There's been a lot of people that's telling me that they're going to give me some support as far as getting stuff started in Toledo. You know what? One of the people that, a few people that I did talk to was City Council. One day I would just happen to be at a restaurant that's real high up in the city, and I looked out, and ProMedica, which is normally green, was purple.
We're
And I was
actually
like,
working with ProMedica right now.
oh
We
my
have
God.
a grant in with them, and we're crossing our fingers. So
Yes.
I think it gets funded.
Yes. So they said all you got to do is ask. So that's one of the things in the future that I plan on doing is getting on World Lupus Day to at least have the lights turn
right.
purple, the bridges turn purple, the city of Toledo
Right.
turn purple.
Anybody who we do that now. We do it in Geneva, Columbus, here in Cleveland. Whoever lights their buildings up. If you know of any of the buildings in your communities out there, let us know if they light them in color, because we'll approach them. We can't be everywhere, so we don't know which buildings they are. But I know some of our constituents this year really, really raised the bar. They went and got proclamations from the mayors, and they went and got several buildings. We had more buildings purple.
The city councilwoman, she was on the phone with somebody, and they said a former president of city council had lupus. So it probably wouldn't be a problem. It probably wouldn't be a problem.
I don't know. We're not excited that he has lupus. We're just
No.
excited that he's got he's a contact for lupus.
Yes. No, that's not the thing.
I know it's not.
But
I know
it's,
it's not.
it's opening doors.
Sure.
It's opening doors, bringing awareness, because he was probably not knowing that there's somebody out there that's opening doors trying to bring awareness.
Right.
No, we never want that.
I understand that.
But
I just want
also,
to say his bad luck could be our good fortune, though.
I talked to Marcy Captor.
Fill me in.
She is running for Congress.
Oh.
Yes, Marcy Captor. She is running for Congress, and she's in the Toledo area, and she's a long-standing.
For the state or for the state she's running for Congress. Okay.
Yes.
So we in the spring we will do a very large advocacy push. Okay, and last March, April, May, somewhere in the spring, we approached all of our legislators at the State House, and we've gotten some very good support, and I'm excited to say Portman supported the Lupus Caucus. So we do call them, and I sit in on all those calls and talk about lupus across the state and try to get the support. And last year, we were able to get a line item in the budget for lupus because we took 50 people up on a bus and told them our stories because they didn't know about lupus. Most of them did not know about lupus. They heard of it. Okay, so we have a lot of work to do, and we're very small as opposed to other organizations. So we got to do it together. We got to do it together. And so, what would you tell? So I don't know about discoid because I did not have that. I have systemic lupus. Okay, so and even though I had rashes, discoid rashes were different. Did you get any on your arms or your legs or your back or your torso? Or was your rash just on your face?
Whew. How blessed was I to only have it in my face.
Wow.
There was one little spot that was in my ear, and only a dermatologist had noticed that. But other than that, it has just primarily stayed right here.
Yes.
So that's why I wonder, is my mission to be a voice, to get the word out, spreading
that
it
was
more.
that was my mission. I had no plans on doing this. I was a little girl from Maple Heights, Ohio, okay? And I was just doing my own thing, and along came this horrible disease that just consumed my whole world. And people put me in, and I was young, I was little, so people put me in a bubble, and it was Susie can't do. Susie can't do this, Susie can't do that, Susie can't do anything, Susie's going to die. And Susie had a twin. I have a twin. And then I got labeled as the sick twin. Are you the sick twin? Which twin are you? Because I couldn't remember her names. And I was like, really? I'm the sick twin? Never had a day at gym, never went swimming, never rode a bike.
Oh, wow.
And then when I grew up, and they finally got the diagnosis at 27 years later, I was relieved to get it because at least I can call it something. And then I got appropriate treatment. And I had years of ups and downs. But at the end of the day, it's kind of a calling. I survived, and it's like deal with God. It's like, okay, what do you want me to do? You saved me. I'm going to try to help, and here I am. So it's about having a purposeful life. Okay, because our lives could be short. Oh, anybody's life could be shortened at any time.
Anytime.
But being about change was important to me.
Yes.
Being about change. So. We've changed up a lot of things around here. We've kicked up a lot of stand in this chapter. We've led the way in programs and events and legislation. And I couldn't be prouder of my team and our constituents because when you call on them, they rise.
They do.
They rise.
You know what? Anytime. Even since, I've honestly, this year was the first year we've met. But I've actually had a 12-year relationship because I've been sending money.
We've had a relationship. I love that part.
Yes, I've been sending money for 12 years since my 40th birthday.
So grateful, so blessed to have you in our circle. Yes. And I'm excited that, oh my God, how long did it take you to get here? 2 hours?
Well, a little bit.
Yeah, so we're in Cleveland. She's in Toledo. So, it was a hike.
You know what? It was an enjoyable hike because I put on some music and I said, oh my God, girl, it's your birthday. Let's rock. Yes. So it was an enjoyable ride.
Well, I'd love to see you at the walk because you're just going to be so much energy. And we're so excited about the walk coming up on September the 26th. 4th? Oh, bless me. I'm just tired. It's the 24th. It's next Saturday. It's at the Hofbrau House in downtown Cleveland. It's going to be different than it has in the past. We're trying to bring it back. You know, we used to do 3 very large walks across the street: Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Columbus. And little by little, we're coming back. And so we're going to start small. We're going to start at the Hofbrau House. But the staff and I walked it the other day. I was so excited to be in downtown Cleveland. I don't know when the last time anyone has been down there. We walked through the Cleveland State campus. We walked the Playhouse Square campus. We walked plus 9. They have a Heinen's inside there. We had an ice cream escape. Just a beautiful day. The buildings are gorgeous. It's a flat walk. It's a shaded walk. Just to be excited to be into the city. Okay. It was a breath of fresh air. It's a shorter walk. We would love for everyone to join us and to come out. We would love for you to come out and join us and bring all your friends and all your families. We're going to have some lot of fun. We have a huge butterfly backdrop where you can spread your wings and take some good photoshops and be with your other fellow Lupians. I really miss everybody, and I know everybody else misses the people we've met through the years. And just come on out. Support lupus. I hope you bring your families. I hope you bring your friends. Bring your enemies too. It's okay. We're gonna make it all good.
They can walk faster than
They'll
you.
just walk ahead of you. That's all.
They walk faster.
So we have some gifts for you for your birthday today. It's all lupus swag gifts here, and so you're going to be lupused out by the time you get home.
That's okay.
Right?
That's okay.
I do want to end in saying thank you for bringing so much needed awareness to the community. You called it your people, people of color, the minority community, however you want to address it. It's so needed, and you're so pure and honest about it. So, you know, the Lupus Foundation of America, Greater Ohio chapter is here to serve everybody. We can't do it alone. We need your help.
And you know what? That's what they need to know.
Yeah, we need
That's
your
what
help.
they need
We need your
to
help.
know.
I've been doing this for 35 years. 35 years. It's time for me to go. All right.
No.
And they're at the end of this month, we'll be celebrating our 45th birthday here at the chapter. And this chapter was created by a couple people who had lupus, who wanted to make a difference because there was nowhere to go to get any information about lupus. There was a little orange book and it said you had 5 years to live. That's all there was. So we have come a long way. So if you want to get more involved, let me know. If you want to be a support group leader in a community from where you're at, people are starting to come back out. Here's the other thing we know that I'm concerned about is most of our fellow Lupians have not been vaccinated, okay? And those who have are still afraid to come out. And if you're coming to the walk, absolutely feel free to wear a mask, social distance. We are outside, but I do want you to talk to your doctor about the vaccination, all right? Let him help you make a decision.
I've been vaccinated
Good for you.
and boosted.
Good for
So, and guess what? I'm still here.
you. You're still here. That's
I'm
a good
still
thing.
here.
She's still here.
So that's proof.
That's proof.
Yeah, that is
And
not
we
going to do
do
nothing
need
to you.
people of color in many, many studies. So, you know, I know that's a sore topic, but we need to talk about it. Rachel, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
you
you.
for being a
Thank
wonderful
you.
part of our lupus family. We just again we want to wish you a happy birthday making the trip. You gotta love all these balloons and all the festivity and all the excitement. Oh, I'd love to be a mouse living in your house. Okay, there's so much energy there.
No, you don't want to be the mouse living in my house. No.
Happy birthday to you. These balloons have been behind us the whole time, and I want to make sure we got them. And again, we have some birthday gifts for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's really, really wonderful to celebrate your day. And we know that you're going to have another one next year and the next year and the next year. And we hope you come back and visit us.
You know, if the Lord is willing and the post office will let me, I will be when you call.
Okay.
Call and
Happy birthday.
Thank you.